Oh, the texture
Minecraft.
is so pretty. They changed the background texture.
They did.
Yeah.
No more Dave's.
Minecraft Java edition.
It used to be. You mean the good edition?
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's all this text.
Can I speed through this?
See the player.
Gosh.
Tandem? Yes. Take care. It has reached a higher level now. It can read our thoughts. Doesn't
I
matter.
see you, Noah.
Thanks, we're part of the game. Like this player. It played well. It did not give up. It is reading our thoughts as though they were words on a screen.
You can skip through it.
That is how it
Yeah,
chooses
you
to
can.
imagine many things when it is deep in the dream of a game. Words
Are you gonna read the whole thing out loud?
wonderful interface, very flexible, and less terrifying than staring at the reality behind the screen.
David, are you gonna
We
read the
used to
whole
hear
thing?
voices. Before
Yes.
players could not read, back in the
That's it.
days, than those who did not, they called the players witches and warlocks. The players dreamed they flew high through the air on sticks powered by demons. What did this player dream? This player dreamed of sunlight and trees, of fire and water. It dreamed and created. It dreamed,
can you-
it destroyed, it dreamed, it
I
hunted,
want to be able to read
it
it
was
myself,
hunted.
David. Can you?
Dreamed of shelter.
There's no stopping it.
The original interface.
It's reached critical
A
mass.
million years old, and it still works. But what true structure did this player create in the reality behind the screen? It worked with a million others to sculpt a true world and fold the and created a for the and the. It cannot read that thought. No, it has not yet achieved the highest level that it must achieve in the long dream of life, not the short dream of a game. Does it know that we love it? That the universe is kind? Sometimes. Through the noise of its thoughts, it hears the universe, yes. But there are times where it is sad in the long dream. It creates worlds that have no summer, and it shivers under a black sun, and it takes its sad creation for reality. To cure it of sorrow would destroy it, and the sorrow is part of its own private task. We cannot interfere. Sometimes, when they are deep in dreams, I want to tell them they are building true worlds in reality. Sometimes I want to tell them of their importance of the universe. Sometimes, when they have not made a true connection in a while, I want to help them speak the word they fear. It reads our thoughts. Sometimes I do not care. Sometimes I wish to tell them this world you take for truth is merely and I wish to tell them that they are in the and they see so little of reality in their long dreams, and yet they play the game. But it would be so easy to tell them. Too strong for this dream. To tell them how to live is to prevent them from living. I will not tell the player how to live. The player is growing restless. I will tell the player a story, but not the truth. No. The story contains the truth, safely, in a cage of words, not the naked truth that can burn over any distance. Give it a body again. Yes, player. Use its name. Penntandem. Player of games.
That's not what mine says.
Good. Take a breath now. Take another. Feel air in your lungs. Let your limbs return. Yes. Move your fingers. Have a body again, under gravity, in air. Respawn in the long dream. There you are. Your body touching the universe again at every point, as though you were separate things, as though we were separate things. Who are we? Once we were called the spirit of the mountain, father, son, mother, moon, ancestral spirits, animal spirits, jinn, ghosts, the green man, then gods, demons, angels, poltergeists, aliens, extraterrestrials, leptons, quarks. The words change, we do not. We are the universe. We are everything you think isn't you. You're looking at us now. Through your skin and your eyes, why does the universe touch your skin and throw light on you? To see you, player, to know you, and to be known. I shall tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a player. The player was you, Penntandem. Sometimes it thought itself human on the thin crust, I can't read this fast enough, of a spinning globe of molten rock. The ball of molten rock sold to a ball of blazing gas that was 330,000 times more massive than it. They were so far apart, the light took 8 minutes to cross the gap. The light was information from a star, and it could burn your skin from 150 kilometers away. Sometimes the player dreamed it was a miner on the surface of a world that was flat and infinite. The sun was a square of white, the days were short, and there was much to do. Death was a temporary inconvenience. Sometimes the player dreamed it was lost in the story. Sometimes the player dreamed it was other things in other places. Sometimes these dreams were disturbing, sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the player woke from one dream into another, then woke from that into a third. Sometimes the player dreamed it watched words on a screen. Let's go back. The atoms of the player were scattered in the grass, in the rivers, in the air, in the ground. A woman gathered the atoms. She drank and ate and inhaled, and the woman assembled the player in her body. And the player awoke from the warm, dark world of its mother body into the long dream. The player was a new story, never told before. Written in the letters of DNA, and the player was a new program, never run before, generated by a source code 1 billion years old. And the player was a new human, never alive before, made from nothing but milk and love. You are the player, the story, the program, the human, made from nothing but milk and love. Let's go further back. I'm going to read this fast again. 7 billion atoms of the player's body were created long before this game in the heart of a star, so the player too is information from a star. And the player moves through a story which is forests of information planted by a man named Julian on a flat infinite world created of a man named Marcus that exists inside a small private world created by the player who inhabits a universe created by Shush. Sometimes the player created a small private world that was soft and warm and simple, and sometimes hard and sometimes cold and complicated, sometimes built a model of the universe in its head. Flecks of energy moving through the vast empty spaces. Sometimes it called these flecks electrons or protons. Sometimes it called them planets and stars. Sometimes it believed it was in a universe that was made of energy, that was made of offs and ons, zeros and ones, lines of code. Sometimes it believed it was playing a game. Sometimes it believed it was reading words on a screen. You are the player, reading words. Shush. Sometimes the player read words, lines of code on the screen, decoded them into words, decoded the words into meaning, decoded the meaning into feelings, emotions, theories, ideas, and the player started to breathe faster and deeper and realized it was alive. It was alive! Those 1,000 deaths had not been real. The player was alive. You are alive. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the sunlight that came through the shuffling leaves of the summer trees. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the light that fell from the crisp night sky of the winter, or a fleck of light in the corner of the player's eye might be a star 1,000,000 times as massive as the sun, boiling its planets to plasma in order to be visible for a moment to the player walking home at the far side of the universe, suddenly smelling food, almost at a familiar door, about to dream again. And sometimes the player believed the universe had spoken to it through the zeros and ones, through the electricity of the world, through the scrolling words on a screen at the end of a dream, and the universe said, I love you. And the universe said, you have played the game well. And the universe said, all you need is within you. And the universe said, you are stronger than you know. And the universe said, you are the daylight. And the universe said, you are the night. And the universe said, the darkness you fight is within you. And the universe said, the light you seek is within you as well. The universe said, you are not alone. And the universe said, you are not separate from every other thing. The universe said, you are the universe, tasting itself, talking to itself, reading its own code. The universe said, I love you because you are love. And the game was over. And the player woke up from the dream. And the player began a new dream. And the player dreamed again. Dreamed better. And the player was the universe. The player was love. You are the player. Wake up. Mojang Studios. My mouth is dry.